Just signing a couple of COAs while I'm going online. No, I was just talking to the camera. I've just gone live. Hello everybody. Loads to talk about today. Kelly, my love? I think I better just move this camera a bit as well. It's not working. Do is. I think that'll work. Hey, that's better. Hello, everybody. Bit of subliminal advertising. One must have one subliminals. So I've got some corking news. We've got news about what's going on with the what's going on with the ChangeChecker business. Hello, Mr. Mick Smith. Nice to see you, and nice to see the other 9 people that have popped on. Now, don't forget, straight away, do your thumbs down or your thumbs ups. Remember, make a decision and go for it. Hello, Olan. I covered it up then. Hello, Ian. Hello, Chris. So, and we've got Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. And we've got Ian Glenn out there. Hello, Ian Glenn. Nice to see you. Glad you're watching. Ian Glenn Solicitors. Glad you're watching. Taking a bit of time up out of your day. Lovely jubblies. Lots of stuff going on. Communications with Ian Glenn Solicitors. Oh my goodness. They've got all Chopsy, they have. They've got all dictatorial. No to 288. Now I've got a brand new one in a box with COA number 1, pardon me, which Logan is making with his own fair Dannies. And you can win it for 85p on the raffle section on our website. www.greatbritishcoinhunt.com. Winner no to 288. There's nothing on the back. Winner no to 288 mug. Only one of 200 and you get COA number 1. 85p, use some points. Buy as many tickets as you like. There's no restrictions anymore on the number of tickets you can buy. So that's all right. I'll wait till the numbers get up and I'll start releasing some information that's really, really, really important. So how is everyone? Everyone good? That's a bit of a rhetorical question, isn't it? Because what would you do if you had half a dozen people go, well actually no, I'm not very well today, or I got backache, or I got, you'd go, oh, oops, sorry. Just hate that when people go, yeah, all right, how are you? All right. But they don't really care whether you're all right or not. They're not really interested. Not that I'm saying I'm not interested, I'm just saying. Hello, Angela. Chippy Doodle Coins, nice to see you too.
She's not ordered 5 anywhere else, has she?
Thanks to Angela, we had loads of the 2017 penny, so we were able to do, that's why we was able to do so many. And who was that? Was that Will Smith? Hello, Will, nice to see you. So what else is there to tell you? Other bits and pieces. the COAs are going well. We are stamping like mad. We are signing COAs like mad, getting them all signed in advance. So that's working nicely. Great idea. People are, you lot are buying into it in that you're buying several sets at a time on the cheapy ones. Because I really think that once we've sold out the cheap ones, 195s, eventually they'll go to 25 quid. You know, they'll start off at a fiver and so on and so forth, but they will go to that, because you have to think about this, right? If you've got a set, are you going to let that set go? Are you going to let somebody else have that set, or are you going to keep it? You know, and if you do let it go, you're not going to let it go for less than what it cost you. You're going to want more than what it cost you. Always old John Benson. Hello, John. Sorry to hear you've been poorly, mate. Sending you some love out my bucket. Hope you get better soon. Patricia. Nice to see you, Patricia. So I've replied to your letter, Ian, by the way. I'm going to come to that in a minute. And in the letter, I do offer you one. So you could have one if you want. You know, got to get your hands on one quick though, Ian. I mean, I'll send it to you free of charge.
Yeah.
That's what we can do.
Yeah, and just say only 5 each one. Yeah. Because I'm sure we'll be selling more stuff around there.
Well, I think that sort of, you know, works nice. Bit of product placement, see? And at the same time, my tummy makes me look slim and sexy. See? So it has a dual purpose, it does. See? I found a dual purpose for your cup, Ian. It makes me look slim and sexy because it hides the tummy bit. You too can look slim and sexy with a Nota 288 mug. You can buy one from our merchandising. It will help if you actually put the top of the pen on.
I wasn't sure it's screw top or...
That's twice. As you've already sussed by now, I'm just rambling whilst we're waiting for people to come in. So, what date am I putting on the one-piece shield?
29th of January.
This is the 2014 Shield penny. And we've got a special release today in commemoration of Brexit. Now, how many of you secretly thought Ian's going to come out with something because of the Brexit today? How many of you was expecting me to do something? Just a couple more. So yes, got to do a little something for Brexit, haven't we? Takes concentration to sign my own name. That's a bit silly, isn't it? They are selling fast. And I'm going to stick to what I said. We're only ever going to do 200s. So as time goes on, and more and more people buy into it, they'll sell out. And they'll sell out very quickly. And that will be the idea. That will be brilliant. There you go, lovey. Do you need a pen? You'll notice the top is on the pen. So we're getting up to 27 watchers. Let's start chirping. Okay, so first bit of news I've got to give you now that you're paying attention, because most of the people that are watching are the people that have been buying into the COAs. Will the dual dated 50p coin ever increase? Yes, of course it will. It will. But it will take another couple of years yet. It will take about 4 or 5 years, maybe less, but 4 or 5 years before it starts properly catching up with the, yes please, with the Kew Gardens. Now I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? So the first bit of news, is, this is going to upset a couple of people, so I will apologise in advance for that. But on the other hand, I'm sure you will understand where I'm coming from. So here's the thing. Ian tried to log in on the site earlier, put my email and password in, no success. Can I make another code and still get my remaining points? Okay, so what we're going to do, John, is, could you do something for me, do you reckon?
Right now,
Yeah?
What?
Find John Benson,
Yeah.
and then send him a password reset. And then in about 2 minutes, John, you're going to get a password reset button sent to you, and if it's not in your inbox, it'll be in your junk. And then all you've got to do is click on a button, reset your password, and you'll be able to log in again. Easy peasy. And we'll do that for you straight away. Because John's good like that. Cool. So, the COA's idea of all these different coins that we're doing, and the cheapy prices and all that, you know, the $4.95 for the 50p's, the $2.95 for the Falklands Goose 2p, and the Falklands penny is coming, and then we had $1.95 for the 2017 penny 2p, and 2017 penny, 2014 penny, and 2014 2p. No date as yet. There should be. I've written it on it.
We haven't started yet.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to put 30th on it because the other one's the 29th.
No, we'll put the 1st on that one. 1st of February.
That's got the 30th anyway on that one.
Yeah, I'll put the 1st of February on that one. So yeah, so it's got really successful, the old COA idea, to the point where we've become really busy. And what's happened is giving people the opportunity, hello Lorna, giving people the opportunity to reserve certain numbers is not working out for us. And the reason it's not working out for us is because it's too much mucking about to go searching through as we're writing down and assigning a name to each product and letter and number and all the rest of it, to look through and double check what numbers are available. And then not everybody who wants the same numbers wants the same numbers in every single release that we do, because I've got people that want to buy every 50p that we do, but they won't necessarily buy the pennies or whatever. So that makes a huge difference. So it's actually causing us a humongous headache by letting people have set numbers. So we have to abolish that as of now. Thank you, Diamond Geezer, says John. You haven't heard of that for a while. I haven't. Thanks very much, John. Done, John?
Yeah.
All done, that is. So if it's not in your inbox, check your junk folder. So, as I say, this is causing us a massive headache. So we've got no choice but to abolish the idea. Now, it was also pointed out by some of the people that don't like me very much that by saying to people you can only have the same numbers if you buy into all of them, which is what I did say, that was in a way blackmailing you. Emotionally blackmailing you was the words that one particular person used, because I'm making it so that you can only have those numbers if you buy into absolutely everything. And I suppose there's an argument to be said from that. I am sort of blackmailing you in a way. So maybe that's not right either. So we need to sort of abolish the idea for several reasons. So from now on, it really is first come, first served. And to a point where I'm no longer going to be keeping any numbers, specific numbers for myself. Like up to now, I've sort of kept 1 to 5 on everything, or 1 to 20, or 1 to this, or 1 to that. And, you know, and I'm thinking, well, why do I really need to keep those numbers? I don't. I'm only doing it because I can. But maybe other people should have the right to those numbers. You know, I'm always talking about being fair, and maybe I'm not being fair. Can I have another one of these? I just messed it up. Sorry. I've written January instead of February. And maybe I'm not being fair to you guys. You know, again, there could be a fair argument for you to be sitting out there going, well, we're supporting you and you're being greedy. So from now on, I'm not going to be keeping any. So, you know, when the first one sells, whoever is the first one to pay for it, they're going to get number one. And it's going to be like that. So you people who are investing in it and keeping us going and making it so that we can stay in business, some of you are going to get number one, which means some of you are going to get something that's actually going to be worth more because it is number one. And I think that will be a fairer way to do it. We all do. And maybe to try and keep number one of every single one that we do and raffle it off and get more money and all the rest of it is just me being a bit greedy. So, you know, and I don't like being greedy. So one has the other. So there's not going to be any more saving numbers and all that kind of thing. It's now first come, first served. As soon as we release a coin, you either buy it or you don't. And if you buy it, it goes from number one, the first person that buys it. Got that? So I hope everybody's clear on that and everybody's okay with the reasons why we've got to change that. Got to make it faster. It will save so much time by not having to check the numbers that people want and haven't got. I had the flu at the end now, but going back to bed in a minute, get back in a warm. I've not slept properly in the last week with bad cough. Well, you wrap up warm, get a nice cup of cocoa, put a little hot toddy in it, because a little bit of whiskies or a little bit of rum, you know, is good for you when you're not well and you're poorly. A little hot toddy is good for you. The old remedies are the best. Hello, Andrew. Pardon me. So, so there we are on what's happening with the COAs, right? It's going to be first come, first served. Now, by doing that, for the reasons that I was doing it, it actually has a knock-on effect that's quite helpful. Hi, Judith. Which is that, thinking about it, if you've got the same numbers, then you haven't got a rush to buy it because you know, well, I've got them numbers anyway, so I'll pay it next week or I'll buy it next week or whatever. So it's taking me longer to extricate that money out of your wallet. Whereas, if it's first come, first served, those of you that buy into it will buy into it quicker. because you'll want to get a low number. And that means we will extricate that money out of your wallet and out of your credit card a bit faster. And of course, everything that we're doing is all about the money at the moment. What date am I putting on these ones?
1st of February, same one.
What, all the same?
Yeah, please.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just bear with me a second, folks. So that's what that's going to be. Now, today is the 31st of January, and it's Brexit Day. So we thought the only way that you can celebrate Brexit Day, doing what we're doing, is to release a TGBCH set that's European in some way. Now, of course, remember, each time I do this, I need 1,000 coins. So I can't just pick any coin. I have to look at what I've got, what I can get hold of for that kind of quantity. And so what we've done is, we've got three Spanish coins. Got 3 Spanish coins. They are 5 pesetas, 3 different dates. And each one, we've got 1,000 of each one. And so, we're doing TGBCH on each of these. This is our way of commemorating the Brexit by releasing TGBCH on 3 Spanish coins. Now, I mean, it could have been, you know, you say, well, why Spain? Because, I'll be honest with you, I've got 3,000 Spanish coins, all the same dates. Well, 1,000 Spanish coins all the same date, and another 1,000 all the same date, and another 1,000 all the same date. So that's why I've picked on the Spanish coins. If I'd have had Slovakian, I'd have used them. But I haven't, I've got Spanish. So the coins that we've chosen to release are those 3 Spanish coins. 5 pesetas, 3 different dates. What are the dates, Logan, do you know?
57,
1957,
75,
1975,
80.
1980. So 1957, 1975, 1980, all good condition, circulated coins. And they are our Brexit commemorative coins. It sort of takes a mickey a bit. I hope you see the mickey taking side of it, as I usually do, taking the mickey out of the whole thing. And so the European side that we're tapping into with this is Spain. See? Spain, Europe, status. And that's the only reason why it turns out to be those 3 Spanish coins. See, they are available now. They're on the site. And COA number 1 hasn't been sold because we haven't sold them yet because you didn't know it was available. Now you do. So, if you want to buy your set of those, TGBCH of either one of those, 1957, 1975 or 1980, or even all 3, then crack over there, go and buy some, get some with your points, and you know, for some of you, go and buy it and stick it up on eBay immediately. Why not? Buy 2 sets, put 1 set on eBay, put 1 set on eBay at 3 or 4 times what you pay, and then keep the other set, so that you make a profit and pay for the set that you've got. So that's the best way to do it. If you all buy if you all buy 4 sets each, I only have to sell 50 of you. That's all, and then it's all gone. Then you can sell a couple of sets and keep a set. See? Subliminal. You got me? So that's that news. So let's see who wants COA number 1. Have I taken it a step too far? Are you going to view that as absolutely ridiculous? Or are you going to view it the same way I do, which is it actually doesn't matter what coin we do, as long as we stick to our word and never do more than 200 of each letter. It doesn't matter what coin we do, it will just go up in value. It will always be worth more than what you pay for it. And then next week I'll do these. £1967 penny and half penny. We'll have a go at doing them. I think it'll look nice. So that's what we're going to do there. So other news to tell you. Have you bought your ticket yet? 85p. Have you bought a ticket in the raffle? 85p to win a No to 288 mug. If you haven't, please go and chuck 85p of your points and buy a ticket. There's no postage. Postage has been taken off for that. It's also been taken off the admin donate page now. Managed to do that. None of the raffles have got postage on. There is a couple of good COAs up there. I've forgotten the prizes that are up there, but there's quite a few prizes up there. Chris or Lorna might bang up the link to the raffles in a minute, and you can perhaps go over there and have a look, but worth looking at. Our site is changing all the time. What a lot of work going on our site. Ian, I just need the old 1984 Britannia 50p coin and the 1994 Britannia to complete my set from 1997 to 2020. What value do you put on the set? I'd need to reevaluate that and have another look at that. I couldn't give you an answer on that, John. Hello Ian, any update on the COA? No, not at the moment. That's the one coin that everybody will bug me for, no doubt, but just give me a little bit of time on that. I worked on a few others, and then I work on that. I would imagine probably a few weeks, probably around the March time, maybe. But I will get working on those as fast as I can. What else to tell you? So we've had communication. I got a letter from Ian Glenn solicitors. I got a letter from your solicitors yesterday, Ian, and yeah, so they had the cheek, the absolute audacity, the sheer gall to demand that within 48 hours I turn over the ownership of all my domain names. All the domain names that I bought, ianglenn.co.uk, ChangeChecker1, all of these, they demand that they're turned over to them forthwith for free at my cost for any changeovers, and I've got to pay their solicitors because for their solicitor writing me a letter and telling me off. And I am to cease and desist from mentioning Ian Glenn's name or mentioning ianglenn.co.uk on any of my streams or videos, or mentioning ChangeChecker1, or mentioning or using the Twitter handle @ChangeChecker_, or telling you about westminstercollections.co.uk, is it, or .com, and all the other things that I'm not supposed to tell you about. I've got to stop doing this forthwith. Not allowed to do this, apparently. Bit subliminal. And if they get their way, as you can imagine, there were a couple of words that came to mind, the second word obviously being off, and I had to be a bit more articulate than that, but you get the gist, Ian. So that was one of their demands. Another demand of theirs, and they want me, and they drafted a whole statement that they sent us that I have to print off and sign. And in this statement, it says that I will delete all of, no, I'm not going to say I will delete. In this statement, it says they demand that I delete all of the videos on my channel that have got anything to do with Ian Glenn or 288 Group or ChangeChecker or Westminster Collection. All got to be deleted. Not allowed to mention them whatsoever. Not allowed to continue my campaign. What else? Oh yeah, they demand that I issue an apology through all of my social media. And whatever else comes to mind. So, nice try, Ian. Nice try. But it ain't going to happen. I think one of the things I wrote down was when hell freezes over, something like that. You got no chance. ChangeChecker1.com, it ain't yours. You see, what I said to them in my reply, which I've handed back to the solicitor, because they demanded we do all of this within 48 hours. Pardon me. 48 hours. So, I replied immediately, got this last night, replied, same day delivery, straight down there this morning, by a specialist courier called Kelly, straight down there this morning, hand delivered to the solicitors. So he's on it straight away this morning. So he's got my reply, Ian, straight away this morning, he's on it. And parts of my reply include things like, ianglenn.co.uk has been around for more than 30 years. You are more than 30 years old. If you wanted to buy that at any point, you could have done. You could have spent some of your £37 million a year and you could have bought that domain name for a couple of quid. If you wanted to, but you didn't. I did, I thought of it, you didn't think of it, I did. And you want me to give it to you, you want to take advantage of my work and give it to you like I'm some kind of slave? No. Don't be so goddamn lazy, you should come up with your own ideas. And then, when you come up with your own ideas, use your own pocket. You want to go out there and you want to get all these different company names, Collectology, Westminster Collection, 288 Group, ChangeChecker, and whatever else that you want to get. You want to collect all these names, and then you want to protect invisibly, without spending a single penny out of your pocket. You think you have the right to protect every single connotation and variation of that name, without spending a single penny. Just nice and lazy. Oh, anybody makes that name up, then we'll decide to go after him if we want to. How bone-idle lazy can you get? And greedy. Circulated Britannia, what's the date on that? Oh, sorry. I mean, in the words of Chandler Bing, could you be any lazier? Really? I have no right to stop anybody else buying anything they want. If someone, and I'm sure they will now, I'm about to say it, if someone wants to go out there and go to a domain company and they want to buy ianlambertisaknob.com, I can't stop them. If they then want to go and buy ianlambertisaknob.co.uk, I can't stop them doing that either. And if they want to buy ianlambertisaknob.net or .org, I can't stop them doing that. If they want to put their money into it and they want to put money into building a website and advertising it and doing whatever, that's not my right to say you can't do that, unless you're slandering me. If you're slandering me, then I can sue you. So if I slander you, Ian, you can sue me, but you don't sue me. You don't sue me because what I say is true. So it's not slander. So I can write that stuff and I can have ChangeChecker.com, or I can have WestminsterCollections.co.uk or whatever it is I bought. I can have ianglenn.co.uk and I can say what I think. It's a free country, free speech. And I seem to have a lot of customers that agree with me. the sheer audacity of tapping into someone else's creativity, walking up to them and saying to them, what you've spent your time and money on, I'm going to take it. That is such a bullying tactic, bullying behaviour.
Because you think he's the only Ian Glenn in the world.
Yeah, and you ain't the only Ian Glenn in the world either.
What's to stop another Ian Glenn buying it?
Yeah. No Ian Glenn. How many Ian Glens are there in the world? And no Ian Glenn has bought it. Even Ian Glenn, the actor, didn't buy ianglenn.co.uk. And someone wants to chastise me for that. Chastise me for my creative thinking. And going, well, why hasn't he bought that? I bought Ian P. Lambert. I'm sensible enough to buy that. The fact that you're not very sensible is not my problem. £40 million a year, and you're too tight-assed to go and buy those names and variations. So tight-assed, in fact, that you want to now bully me into giving it to you for free. I don't think so. I'll tell you the other thing I told him in my reply too. And this is what else is coming to you, Ian, on your desk. Because of the sheer audacity of what you've just tried to do, I don't know actually what the price was for those domains before you sent me that letter. But as my reply says, whatever the price was, it just doubled. I hadn't even thought of a price I want from yet. But whatever it is, it's just doubled. I think I'll advertise them for £1 million each. In fact, what we need to do is we need to find someone. I can trust, and I think I have just the person to ask them to put it on their eBay account for me, and we'll put them up for £1 million each. That will also get that person, because that's allowed within eBay rules. You can go to somebody else that's got an eBay account and you can get them to sell something for you. There's a specific name for it. I can't think what it is. Hello, Andy. So I'm going to ask somebody to put them on their account for me, and we'll put them all up for £1 million each. So if you want them, that's what it'll cost you. And apparently, I'm trying to work out the connotations of what their letter says, and whether their letter says that you're not allowed to buy into it or not. Is that the word escrow? No, that's not the word I was looking for. Britannia's 20% sold now. Hello, Simon. Nice to see you, mate. Now, the other thing I've done, Ian, is I've given you 7 days. I'm giving you 7 days to get off your ass, take your thumb out of your behind, get your wallet out, get your creativity going, and buy any variation of the names that you're worried about from the domain companies. So whatever the variations and connotations that you might be worried about, like Ian Glenn is a barclaysbanker.com or anything like that you think I might buy, and I might get my creative juices flowing and ideas going on, anything that you might not want me to buy, you've got 7 days to empty the shelves. Because after 7 days' time, I promise you, I am coming, I am looking, and I am going to buy whatever domain name I want, and I will use it. And I'll use it promotionally, and I'll use it for business, and I'll use it to take business away from you, like you took business away from me. Now, it's obviously starting to bother you because you're paying your highly priced London solicitors a lot of money to send me letters that I'm just essentially ignoring. They don't frighten us. Not down here in sleepy little Weymouth. They don't frighten me and they don't frighten the solicitor. So you need to get round the table. I won't stop. I will not stop, no matter what. So get round the table here. Call me. See the vid. Call me. So that's something else that's going on. We're not allowed to do all of this, which means you're not allowed to buy it. But if you do go and buy it, email me and I'll give you a COA for it. What else we've got to tell you? Yeah, it takes a lot to get over that cheeky bit, all the demanding, you know what I mean? We want this, we want that, you will give, we demand. And he sent, and they also put in a thing about that he was Billy Big Book, that he was Mr. Big and all that, because they included all the proofs of the fact that they'd been in all sorts of newspapers and had all sorts of stories printed and all the rest of it. So as I wrote on my reply here, so have we. We've been in over 60 newspapers. Doesn't make us that big. Doesn't mean a great deal. We've been in 60 newspapers. You've been in the newspapers. Doesn't make you right. Doesn't make what you do right. So that's where we are on that. So we're at the punch-up stage. He's given us 48 hours to give him what I'm not going to give him. I'm giving him 7 days notice to go and buy all the connotations of all the variations of all the names he wants to protect. If you don't want to have to protect thousands of variations of various company names, then be like a lot of people and just have one. You know, there is no justification on the market for Westminster Collection and ChangeChecker and Collectology and the other one, and there's no justification for all of that. You don't need all that. You know, you can just do all of that under one company name. The only reason you're doing it is for this. Doing it for all the tax evasion and breaks, one thing and another. That's all anybody does it for. And we will keep highlighting all the things that we don't like, I don't like, and I'll still keep highlighting all your dodgy, fraudulent emails. So I'll keep telling everybody about them. When you get those emails from ChangeChecker and Westminster Collection that tell you that you must buy it now because they're running out of stock, it's lies and rubbish. I'll keep telling people that. So that's it, that's the news. I don't know if there's anything else I was supposed to tell you. Questions now, please. Creative accounting. So, anyone got any questions? Now's a good time to hit me. And I will be happy to answer anybody. Apart from the people that are blocked. Which is why you're blocked, because I can't be asked.
25% in the first year, 125%.
And you shouldn't have got yourself blocked in the first place if it annoys you. My last comment disappeared. What was his last comment? Hello everyone, hello Ian. That was your comments. Is that word escrow? No, it wasn't. No, if it's none of them, you have to put it again. Put it again, put it again. So who's going to be the first person to get COA number 1 on our Brexit commemoration? Have we sold any yet?
No, not yet.
Get in. Haven't you bought? Someone get in there quick, get number 1. Get the first set of each one. Will you be getting any Brexit coins in? We are still working on that. Still working on that. Not sure yet what's happening with the Brexit coins. Yes, they're apparently released. Is it today or soon or whatever? Today.
3 million.
But that doesn't mean that they're out in the post offices today, and there's supposed to be about 3 million of them. Which makes them immediately as rare as, or rarer than, the WWF. I believe the WWF is about 3.5 million, something like that. So, So they'll be harder to find than the WWF, even though they will be easy to find at first. And then they will be hard to find very quickly, because unlike 2011, there are 1,000 times more people now watching out for those bags in the post offices and banks. So as soon as they come out, they're gone. My comment disappeared because YouTube must have thought it was a link. Oh, if you put anything up with an email address in it, Simon, or a website address, it won't let you post a comment. Only a spanner can do that, and that'll be Lorna and Chris. They're spanners. 10 million being released according to the Mint. Oh, okay. Then you know a bit more about that than me. I've been concentrating more on the 10p fiasco and conspiracy than anything else. I've been concentrating more on the 10p's. And that's because of the communications that's been going on. You know, the people are selling the Strike Your Own Brexit 50p for £60 upwards on eBay. Yeah, all of the Strike Your Owns, my prediction on those will go to £100 very quickly on a lot of the Strike Your Owns, because of the rarity of them. Hello Ron, have you seen what the double bunce pack is going for? No. Like I say, a lot of my time and efforts have been taken up on 10p's and everything, because they're giving out all conflicting information. First they say that they buy some back from the Treasury before they even go on the lorry. Then they say they also supplement their tills with coins that they make at their own expense. And then they also say that they get them from the banks and post offices like everybody else. Now, yesterday and the day before, there was conversations on Facebook with their staff openly saying that the swap meet had been held up because they're waiting for a delivery of A to Z 10p's. And they're waiting for that delivery from the bank. Now, they've already said prior to that they get their 10p coins from the bank like everybody else, and they're saying that they've rung the bank and they're waiting for a delivery of A to Z 10p's from the bank. I don't know of any business, let alone like a normal business. I don't know any business that can ring up the bank and order A to Z 10p's. And they held up their swap meet for that. And what happened? They got a delivery, lo and behold. They got a delivery of A to Z 10p's that they ordered. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you, Becky. It's absolutely amazing. I think new Brexit.com will not be worth anything. Well, if they're making 3 million, it'll be immediately £5 or £6. If they're making 10 million, then no. Making 10 million, it's one of the bottom end 2.95 coins. That's all it is. 1.95, 2.95. It's not going to ever be worth anything in that respect. I forgot what I was saying now. You paying attention? What was I saying? Yeah, the bunts is always unlimited. Any bunts is always, they have unlimited striking capabilities if they want it. They can make as many as they want. My only argument is that make as many as you want on one time round, but don't keep going back and making them year after year. Oh, I see. 3 million released today, further 7 million to release by the end of 2020. So by the end of this year, a further 7 million will be released, but you've got 3 million released into circulation today, apparently. Bearing in mind that probably a load of those will be in the Royal Mint's tills, again, bypassing the banks and post offices, then, you know, we'll wait and see. So what was I talking about? Where did I lose my thread? Making the 10p's, making them in their tills. Oh yeah, getting them from the banks and ordering them. So they ordered them, they just ordered a load. And they ordered them and they received them and they got flipping 10p's. And here's another thing. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen this. Are any of you going to the Royal Mint? Anybody looking at this video, if you're going to the Royal Mint, I'd like you to do me a favour, and I'd like you to give it some proper placement. I would like you to have a look like that. Look over the counter when you're standing there getting served. Look over the counter. Look like that. And the tills. And see what you can see in the tills. Because a funny thing, when they got a delivery of their 10p's, because in the Royal Mint Experience shop, you've got the tills, but you've also got a main till. So the other tills can go and get change out of that till. And all the 10p's, this till was full of bags of 10p's. Which you might not think is strange because they're new and they come bagged. However, they're supposed to be in sealed bags that you have to rip open or cut open. And they were all in these bags. See these bags? You know these bags that you normally use for bank bags, ones that we're used to, right? They're all in these. And the bags that are in the tills have got no writing on. See how that's got writing on? And it tells you the maximum what you can put in change and all the rest of it. Well, these bags are all blank. They're all blank. They're all nothing on them at all. They're all just plastic bags. I'm not saying you can't, but I actually don't know anywhere you can get them. And why are all the brand new 10p's in these bags when they should be in sealed bags? Doesn't make sense. Something not right there. Unless they're what's just been made out the back. And they've bagged them up to take them to the front tills. Money laundering. They also admitted in their correspondence over Facebook, they admitted that they have been putting them into circulation by putting them in their tills. Now, if this sort of thing is going to go on, that's fine, let it go on. But let's have it going on in the public eye so that we know about it. Let's have the Treasury and someone actually saying, yes, this is okay. You know, yes, we authorise that they can make extra money and be preferential in the product that they buy and get. And they're allowed to make it and stick it in their tills. And they're allowed to interfere with the economy. Then all is good. But that to me is an issue. The year on the coins in the Royal Mint Till Experience Shop tills are 2018. One of my issues is that the Royal Mint knew that they were counterfeiting coins, and so did Ian Glenn of 288 Group. They all knew. It was a conspiracy. They knew. And the sheer fact that they knew and carried on with it puts Ian Glenn in hot water as far as I'm concerned. His solicitors weren't very happy because they couldn't work out whether or not, they said that I'd accused the Royal Mint of money laundering, but they couldn't work out whether I was accusing Ian Glenn of money laundering. So, yes, Ian, I am. Firmly. Laying it right at your door. As I've said many times over, you promised to make reparations, you didn't. You tried to put us out of business, you took advantage of a disabled, vulnerable businessman, and now it's payback time. And that's all I've got to say about that. Something else I've got to say about, I get in a few messages here and there. I might have upset one of you from texting me and going, oh, have you seen this video? Oh, have you seen what's up to next? Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And I reply to everybody with exactly the same message, no matter who you are, no matter whether I know you a little bit or whether you are a friend of mine. It doesn't matter who you are, I will reply with exactly the same message. I said what I've got to say in the instructional vid. That's all I've got to say. I've got no more to say. I do not waste a single second of my life watching any of that. I have no intention of watching any of it. I have no intention of giving it one single view, not one single comment, not one single interaction is it going to get from me. That is too small for me. That is like, as much as I am a horsefly on the arse of ChangeChecker, Ian Glenn and the Royal Mint. That's what they are to me. And I've got bigger fish to fry because I'm the horsefly that's on the arse of them. And I've got a miniature horsefly on my arse. I haven't got time. I ain't giving it the time of day. So, a couple of you might have been offended by my answers via text or email, but it's not meant to be offensive. It is just simply to say, I am getting tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm not interested. I have no intention of watching. I haven't watched. I've got no intention of watching. I will not watch, no matter what is said, no matter what is done. I'm not going to give it the time of day. It is not worth a second out of my precious life. I often say that to people, you know, the people that the haters out there, I often say to them, look, you know, why are you even wasting a second of your precious life writing comments on a video that you don't even like? Why are you even bothering? You don't like me, don't watch my video, don't leave a comment. This is your life we're talking about. It's precious. People ignore that. That's up to them. It's their life. I take my own advice. I ain't wasting a second of my life on something that is insignificant. It's not worth the tissue paper I blow my nose with. So, please, stop sending me texts. Stop sending me messages. Stop sending me pictures. Stop sending me links. If you want to buy into it and watch it and spend your precious life doing all that, crack on. Don't ask me to. And please don't be offended when I text you back a very short message going, not interested. Thank you. Okay? Glad we got that sorted. So, the difference between stalking and harassment and genuine gripe is that I have a genuine gripe. I'm doing everything I'm doing for a reason. There are reasons behind it, and I want certain things to happen and certain things to change. I'm after a goal. People that just want to hate me and build their channels and lives around hating me, well, that's up to them. If they want to waste a precious life doing that, it's up to them. But there is no genuine gripe. There's nothing that they want. There's nothing that I can give them. There's nothing that I can say, okay, come on then, let's get round the table and talk. There is nothing. Because there is nothing that they want from me. They don't want an apology for something I may or may not have done. They don't want an item off me. There is nothing they want from me. However, what I want from people is a something. I have a genuine gripe. So I will go after them, and I will produce merchandising for them, and I will take the mickey out of them, and I will keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, and Ian Glenn, I will not stop. I will not stop. There is a goal. As a focus, I know what I'm doing. There's other people out there that have got no idea what they're doing. They have no goal, no focus. They don't even know why they're doing it. They're just doing it now. And, you know, if that's what they want to do, let them do it. You can stick my face on as many things as you like. All you're doing is showing me a compliment. You're making me more famous than I deserve to be. I'm putting Ian Glenn's face on a mug because I've got a genuine gripe against him, and I'm putting up a genuine £10,000 reward. Somebody wants to stick my face on a mug. What's the point? What's the point? What do you want to do that for? You just want to sell a mug with my picture on it? If that floats your boat. Worry about the things you can change. Don't worry about the things you can't change, or the things that are insignificant or mean absolutely nothing. Or people that mean nothing. Not worth the time of day. Now then, there's 30 of you out there, 24 of you out there. Does anybody want to ask me anything? Have a little looky. Da, 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 da. Is that Chris? Is that the first one sold for the Pesetas?
Must be, yeah.
Yeah?
So I've just been on and yeah, it's just come through here. Chris Dyer.
That's you, Chris. You have craftily got yourself COA number 1 on all 3. I think.
Yep.
Well done, Chris, and thanks very much.
Number 1 to 5.
You got 1 to 5 on all 3, Chris. Well done. So that's the Pesetas. Remember, you only need 1, and that proves the idea. So there we go. The Pesetas is off and running. Our Brexit deal is off and running. TGBCH does Brexit in style for 5 pesetas or 15 pesetas. So there you go. So the very next person to buy that, quickly go and get it. You'll get COA 6 to 10. It's got to be worth having. Get in. All the people that buy now within the next hour are going to get the COAs below 100. Remember, there's only 1,000 of every single one, 200 of every letter. Did you want me, Mr. John?
Other things, yeah.
I can't turn the volume off, can I don't know how to mute the volume.
Well, how much are you going to be doing it?
No, I can come off, I suppose. I was just chirping, really.
It's not majorly important, but got one customer who ordered a couple of sets of the 50p to TGBCH.
Alexa, switch off. Shh, I just realised we might get into trouble because of the music. Sorry?
Yeah, a customer ordered 2 sets of the 50p to TGBCH.
Yeah.
I think the wallet.
Oh yeah, the Fulcrum one, yeah.
First set's fine. Second set, yeah, they've got a COA for the C stamp. He's given me the numbers of the COAs that he's got for the T, the G, the B, and the H.
Yeah, if you get it out, there'll be one done. Just get it out, I'll do it now, and we'll send it to him. And just apologise to him.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Falkland 50p, so it will be
Down here on the floor.
one of them on the floor, John. And then you can apologise to him and we can send him another one. So you want missed off a COA, sent somebody some COAs and missed one out. That's what this is, so just bear with me while I fix it. What number and letter?
Well, I don't know what number, you can tell me that, but the
Oh,
the letter is C.
Oh, thanks.
who's it for?
Who's it for?
Got it.
It's the second set, not the first set.
I've only got him down for one set.
Just received my Warren Fox 50p coins and COAs, all okay. I lied to you, it's not Warren Fox, it's all my family.
Got got to make sure that doesn't happen too many times, messing up people's COAs.
Yeah, no, the Waterfox is alright, first set of Britannia's alright, second set of Britannia's not.
Look at that, first page, all full up, Britannia's. Second page, all full up, there's 100 on each page.
Nice one.
Ah, here we are. The second set.
Yeah, it's the one where the T
did you
is
say-
166. The G is 167.
The T is 165. The G is 166, the B is 167, and the C is 168.
Say that again.
The T, it starts off, T is 160, G,
160.
yeah, is his first one, TGBCH, right? Then his second set starts T 165, G 166, B 167, C 168. So if it's C is missing, it's 168.
But he's got B. He says B is 168.
B is 167.
Not according to what he's got in front of him.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The easiest way to fix that is I'm going to do, tell him for the second set, Kelly, can I give this to you for a minute and you cut me some more of those COAs when you get a chance?
Just finish this one off.
Then what I'll do, John, is I'll send him the second set again as far as the COA is concerned, right? Because according to my sheet, he has number 160 down to 169.
Now, according to this, he's got. See, I don't know what. 160 to 169.
That's 10.
That's 10.
60, 1, 2, 3, 4.
See, I don't know if this is that still alive?
Yeah,
Because I know he's an elderly gentleman, and he may be getting confused.
yeah, 160. 160, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 10 coins. 160 to 169. So his first set will be 160 to 164, and his second set will be 165 to
Yeah,
169.
that's not what he's got here. What he's got here, he's got T is a 166, G is a 167, B is 168, H is 169, but there is no C. It's been missed.
Right.
And the number sequence would suggest he's right.
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. You're on TGBCH, aren't you? I've got an idea. This will work.
Right, what I would suggest we do, if I may. He says his T is 166.
Yeah. I'm going to photograph it. If you just bear with me. I'm going to find out that. Bear with me, folks. I am going to what I've done is I've photographed what I've got here. Makes it easier for you rather than trying to explain it. You can show him what I've got here and say to him, that's what it should be. I might have made a mistake when I was writing them all out and got one out of sync. That's what it sounds like I've done. So show him what it should be and then say to him what I can do is send him the last 5 again, and he can throw the 5 that he's got in the bin. Do you know what I mean?
You might be watching because
So if you're watching, John's going to email you in a bit with a photo, and we'll try and fix that for you, but it looks like I might have gone one out of sync. So if you are watching, John will email you, and just double check with you. If that's all right with you, you can chuck those 5 COAs in a bin, and I'll just send you another 5 COAs. That's the fastest way to deal with it. Then we know we've got the right letter for the right COA.
so sorry, I'm totally lost as to what we're doing here.
So the photograph that I've just sent you,
Yeah, which you can't see half of.
can't you?
Can't see all the numbers on the left hand side. And you can only see down to number 166.
Well, that's all right, because all you need to see is where it starts. As long as you know where it starts, you can count. It starts at 160.
I don't know how savvy he is, to be honest. I don't know if he's going to work that out. But anyway,
What it sounds like to me is something's gone wrong within the last 5 COAs. So if you tell him to throw those 5 COAs away, and we'll send him 5 COAs for those last 5 coins.
what numbers you going to use?
The numbers I've already given him.
But they'll be wrong. Because they don't tell you with these numbers.
No, it tallies with ours.
Yeah, but doesn't tally with his numbers. They won't tally with his numbers if his numbers are wrong, because it's my fault the numbers are wrong. Then it won't
Where
tally.
did you go wrong? In the first set or the second set?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, the other way of dealing with it is to just to send him all 10. Tell him to throw the COAs away, and I'll just do another 10 COAs in correct
Starting
order.
from number 160. The one thing
Yeah.
you do know
Is that it starts at
yeah,
160.
and he seems to be telling me that he has got a T at 160, a G at 161, a B at 162, because he said the first set's fine.
Right, so we
It's
know.
not those.
So if the first set's fine,
Yeah.
then we know something is wrong with
What's
the second
thrown
set.
me is the fact that he's saying the second TGBCH is a different numbers to what you're telling me. All of them, different numbers by 1. That's
Somehow,
what's thrown me.
somehow, some way, it's obviously not the customer. Somehow, some way, I've made a mistake.
Yeah, so, okay, so
Fastest
what you
way
need
to
to
fix
do,
it.
going by the fact that the customer has said categorically that the first set's fine,
Yeah,
what we need is 65 to 69.
exactly.
Right,
Tell him I will send him.
right. And I'll leave that,
65
I can leave that to you, you know?
Yes,
Right.
and it's the Britannia, isn't it? Which, yeah. And
So,
I need a few more of them cut. That's right. So if I put that here, Kelly, when you get a minute. Oh, in which case, you can cut it for me then. Right, that's me done. There's no point in me sitting here so that you can just see the side of Logan's pretty face and my sexy, sensual body. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to talk to me? If not, I'm off. Stuart Morris, hi Ian. Sorry, late joining, late night at the min. Ah, excellent. You got your strike your own at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well done. Up past 3 in the morning. Do you think the 50p shield will go into circulation this year? Don't know, Jeff. Got no idea really. That would just be a complete guess, which you wouldn't want.
Those last bits of the sorting out, everything else is in there.
What needs sorting out? Oh yeah, got it. Okay, that's a Danielle.
There's 2 sheets on it, so it's 2 different things.
Yep, if you're watching Danielle, I've got one to sort out for you that will be done sort of over the weekend. That will go off to you Monday. So yeah, so there we are. We're done. I think I've given you all the information. I don't think there's anything more. Basically, the be all and end all of the communication with Ian Glenn solicitors so far is I'm telling them to jog on. And oh, the other thing is, I said to them it will be a bit silly you keep threatening to take me to court and me keep threatening to take you to court. So I suggest, Ian, that what we do is you make a decision on whether you want to be the top or the bottom. Do you want to be the giver or the receiver? Would you prefer to be the defender or the attacker? Would you prefer me to be the top and you to be the bottom? Would you prefer me to attack and you to defend? I really wanted to do all of that with a straight face, but I couldn't. I absolutely couldn't. You know, it might be something to do with watching some of these gender-friendly series that I've been watching lately. Anyway, I digress. It's up to you. You can be top, bottom, giver, receiver, attacker, defender. Just seems a bit silly. You sue me, I sue you, and all of that. It's like, why don't we just have one of us suing the other one? Yeah? So you choose what you want to be.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
not doing it the weekend.
If you want to be the bottom, I'll give it to you. If you want to be the top, you can have a go at me. It's entirely up to you.
How much you got?
All right.
I don't know how much it's out. I don't know what time it is.
Right, so now we've finished that one on a little bit of light. That's it. I'm going to go and get another cup of coffee in my 288 mug. If you haven't got a ticket, hurry up and get a ticket. How many tickets have we got left, Logan? Tell us that before I get off. Go on.
You will be paid, but no, not yet.
No.
What's it usual? As usual, 4 days, 4 hours.
4 days, 4 hours. Yeah. I've got to pay a credit card
Which
tonight
one?
and pay for
The
don't
28
forget.
mode.
You'll get paid as fast as we can get you paid.
You'll get paid today.
You'll get paid today, and
70 in stock.
And what, sorry?
you'll get paid today, and I'll see you Monday
Before I
morning with
go.
a bacon roll.
Okay.
Before I go, you'll be paid.
So, how many?
70.
What left? We've sold 30 of them already. It's only been up a couple of days. 30 tickets sold, 85p. Come and get 70 left. Come and get a ticket. Use your points. Use your points. Get a ticket for free. Get a couple of tickets for free, and get yourself this one with COA #1. It's actually worth your while buying every single bloody ticket just to get the COA #1 every time we do that. Just a thought. Plant the seed in your mind. Right then. That's it then. Thanks very much. I'm off. This has been Ian, www.thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. Say no to 288. Bye for now. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, Chris. Massive thank you to Butch. Massive thank you to Mick and Lisa and everybody that's helping.